You know what gets everyone talking? More money in their pocket.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it comes to something like Social Security.
And lately, the internet's been buzzing big time about a supposed massive Social Security increase.
I've seen some chatter about that too. Big numbers being thrown around.
We're talking figures like $6,883 supposedly appearing in accounts just like that. Sounds incredible, right?
Almost too incredible. Too good to be true, maybe.
That's exactly what we're diving into today, our mission. To cut through all that hype, look at the actual facts, and help you understand what's really going on.
Right, because misinformation spreads so fast, especially online.
We've taken a close look at the video causing all the stir, checked official sources from the SSA, really dug in.
It's crucial to get the real story out there, especially when it taps into people's financial hopes and maybe anxieties.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get started. Let's tackle this head on. This 6,883 number everyone's seeing, is there actually a brand new surprise increase of that amount happening right now?
So the short, straightforward answer is no.
No. No. The Social Security Administration, the SSA, they haven't made any announcement like that. No emergency statement, nothing.
So no breaking news from the official source.
Definitely not. If something that big were happening, believe me, the SSA would be shouting it from the rooftops, not whispering it in some viral video.
Okay, that's the big question answered right off the bat. Phew. So if it's not this massive windfall, what is the actual process? How do Social Security benefits usually increase?
Well, the standard way is through what they call cost of living adjustments, CLAs.
Right, TLAs, I've heard of those.
Yeah, they happen annually. The idea is to help benefits keep pace with inflation, the rising cost of things.
So it's a regular thing.
Exactly. The SSA announces the CLA percentage usually in October, and then that increase takes effect the following January.
Okay, and do we know what's expected for next year, for 2025?
We do. A CLA of 2.5% has been announced for 2025.
2.5%. Okay, so how does that translate in actual dollars for most people?
Well, it varies, of course, but on average, a 2.5% increase works out to about $50 more per month.
$50.
Around that, yeah.
Yeah.
It helps, definitely. Every bit helps, but it's clearly not $6,883 hitting your account all at once.
Right, a huge difference. So no mid-year surprise raise, no secret checks landing.
None whatsoever. This is the normal, scheduled annual adjustment system working as intended.
Okay, but that $6,883 figure is still nagging at me. It's so specific. Where on earth could that number be coming from then, if it's not a real increase?
That's where things get a bit, let's say, creative in the video. It's likely not a new increase at all.
Oh.
It's far more probable that they've added up maybe years, maybe even decades of those smaller annual COLA increases for someone.
So the total extra money someone received over their entire retirement because of COLAs?
Precisely. It's a cumulative number over a long period. It represents the total payout increase over a lifetime, perhaps, not a bonus or some new payment happening now.
Gotcha. So it's like looking at your bank statement over 20 years and saying, wow, look how much interest I earned, even though each year it was just a small percentage.
Exactly that. It's the system working as designed, helping maintain purchasing power over time. It's not some special breaking event.
Which brings us back to the video itself and how it's presented. Using phrases like breaking news or even saying, this isn't clickbait.
Which is classic clickbait.
Right. What should we make of that whole style?
It's textbook strategy to get views, shares, engagement. Create urgency, excitement, often around something that, doesn't really hold up under scrutiny.
And they often tell you to do things, right? I think this video mentioned updating your address or needing to act fast. Any truth there?
Absolutely none. Not for the standard CLA, anyway. The SSA already has your details if you're getting benefits.
So you don't need to rush to update anything specifically for this?
No special action needed. And definitely no need to act fast. The real CLA increases are automatic for everyone eligible, period.
Okay. And what about the idea sometimes floated that you might need to hire someone, or worse, pay a fee? That sounds really sketchy.
It is extremely sketchy. That's a huge red flag. The Social Security Administration will never, ever charge you a fee to receive your benefits or any legitimate increase like the COLA.
Never.
Never. Anyone asking for money to help you get your standard benefits or COLA is almost certainly trying to scam you. It's automatic and free.
Okay, good to know. Now, the video wasn't all wrong, was it? It seemed to mention that people getting retirement, SSDI or SSI, could see an increase.
True, and that's a common tactic in misinformation, mixing truths with falsehoods.
Right, makes it seem more believable.
Yes, the annual COLA does apply to Social Security retirement, SSDI, disability insurance, and SSI supplemental security income recipients. That part's correct.
All right.
But the video immediately ties that fact to the misleading $6,883 figure, making you think this normal process is actually something extraordinary and huge happening right now.
Deceptive. It also, I think, correctly pointed out that SSA systems handle the increases automatically,
It did.
and that the official SSA website or local office are the places for real info.
Also correct. Again, including these verifiable facts lends an air of credibility to the overall false claim.
So they're using bits of truth to sell the bigger lie.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
And you're right, ssa.gov and your local Social Security office are always the best places for accurate information. Creating a My Social Security account online is also highly recommended for managing your benefits.
Okay. One other thing that felt a bit off. The video talked about how an increase of up to $6,883 over a lifetime can make a big difference. Now, cumulatively, that might be true, but the framing...
That's the core of the misdirection, isn't it? While, yes, over 20 or 30 years of retirement, COLA increases could certainly add up to that much or more.
It makes it sound immediate.
Exactly. It presents a long-term cumulative effect as if it's a short-term lump sum gain. It really plays on people's immediate financial needs and hopes. Very misleading.
And didn't it also briefly mention something about how higher payments might affect other benefits someone receives?
It did touch on that, yes. And, well, that can be true in some situations.
How so?
An increase in Social Security income could potentially impact eligibility or payment amounts for other programs that are based on financial need, like, say, Medicaid or SNFP.
Oh.
But it's really complex. It depends entirely on the specific programs and the individual's overall financial picture. The video just kind of throws that out there without any useful detail or guidance.
Right, not helpful. So let's just hammer this home one more time for everyone listening. Be crystal clear.
Okay.
There is, and no surprise, $6,883 check or payment coming from Social Security right now.
Correct? Absolutely not.
You do not need to update your address, act fast, pay a fee, or hire anyone to get the regular annual COLA increase.
Correct. It's automatic and free.
The Social Security system hasn't secretly changed overnight to give out huge bonuses.
No secret changes. Business as usual at the annual CLA.
And the actual increase expected for 2025 is the announced 2.5% CLA, averaging around $50 extra per month for most people.
That is the reality. Much smaller, but it's the real scheduled adjustment.
And where should people go for reliable info?
Always go to the official source, the Social Security Administration's website, ssa.gov, or contact them directly.
Perfect. This has been really helpful, I think, in just cutting through that noise around the viral video.
Hopefully, yes. The main thing is just to be cautious.
Be critical, right?
Yeah.
Especially with sensational claims online about money.
Absolutely. If it sounds too good to be true, especially with government benefits, it probably is. Double check with the official source.
So our clear takeaway for you today: verify, verify, verify. Use the official SSA website, ssa.gov. That is your best defense against misinformation like this.
Definitely. And maybe just a final thought to leave folks with.
Yeah.
The fact that this kind of video gets so much traction, it really highlights how important it is for all of us to be, savvy consumers of information online.
Digital literacy.
Right. We're bombarded with stuff constantly. We really need to pause, question what we see, especially if it triggers strong emotions or promises easy money. Developing that critical thinking muscle is just essential today, isn't it? Helps protect you from scams and just generally navigate this information overload.